is the Hot Zone. Engaging with the news in a whole new way, international war correspondent Chuck Holton brings insight into areas of crisis and lets you help those affected.
If it wasn't for all the mosquitoes out here, this would be a great place to go camping. You can see what a beautiful spot I'm in. This is the border between Lithuania on this side and Belarus over there. And in fact, there are a lot of people camping right back in those woods behind me. They're migrants from all over the world, and they're being weaponized by Belarus, sent across here to punish Lithuania for not being the neighbor that Belarus wants them to be, apparently. Many of these migrants say that they are unaccompanied minors, but when we went and spoke with the head of the migrant center here in Lithuania, she told us that the ones who say that they are unaccompanied minors, many of them are not. This refugee center hosts migrants from all over the world, as far away as Venezuela. But most of the migrants come from the Middle East, especially Iraq and Kurdistan. However, almost none of them actually qualify for asylum. We know that because they teach Lithuanian to those who qualify in this room. And in here, there's only one solitary migrant who's learning Lithuanian at the moment. He's from Belarus.
Yeah, I'm Beatrice Bernotiene. I'm Director of Refugees Reception Center under the Ministry of Social Security and Labor.
Okay. Can you just give me an overview of the situation here right now and how it's changed over the last month?
So it has changed during the last 10 days. So we got in 10 days 130 asylum seekers. And I think about 50 of them, there are unaccompanied minors.
Why do you say it that way?
Because I can see the people and I can guess they are strongly built and they don't seem to be minors. So they pretend to be 16 or 17, but I am not sure, but I think they are maybe 25, 28. I can speak about people from Congo. So we got last Saturday 35 people from Congo, Cameroon, Iraq, and some countries, other countries, Togo, Mali, and we got nine girls. Also, I can't say that if they are really minors. So because they are now in quarantine zone because of COVID-19. So, but I saw the people and I can say that they are quite educated and I hope that they were students or...
The girls, you mean?
And the boys.
And the boys too?
Yeah, the boys too.
So how has that changed numbers-wise from what you saw a year ago or 2 years ago?
So, yeah, and there were some big numbers. I can remember I worked here before for 18 years. We had the highest number in 2002. We had about 250 or 70 people also located here, asylum seekers, and there was a crisis maybe in Azerbaijan or Georgia in that period, and we had quite high numbers. But later, each year, we got per month living about 150 people. Later, maybe in 2010, the number decreased. About we had per month 50 people or 70 people. So and now at the beginning of June, there were living here about 70, but now we have 209, and still today the people are coming.
Okay.
So now we can accommodate until 250 people. So other people are in temporary tents, in schools are accommodated. So now we have summertime, but in September the school year starts, so we have to hurry. So I mean the Lithuanian government and institutions, how to accommodate these people in other places because the children must go to schools. So, and we have here 2 buildings. We have here
What's your capacity?
It's a good question because we can count the beds, but the size of the rooms are different, and it depends on the type. Like if singles, we can accommodate more people. If there is a family, for example, 6 people family, yeah, and then the size is bigger, so it means that the size is about 230 maybe. But if we are small families, so the number can be lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the number of people that you can support at this center is roughly between 100 and 300 or something?
300.
What would be the
no,
most that you could put here?
Maybe 250, but it will be quite tough.
And that would be difficult.
Yeah, it would be difficult because we have to pay attention to the religion, to the nationality, to the sex, yeah, male, female, single, but usually we accommodate here unaccompanied minors and families with children and people with risk or disabled people, yeah. So we have here social workers and medical staff. And
what's the biggest challenge for you in this current crisis?
So quite high number coming people in one time, yeah, because we have to accommodate. For example, on Saturday we had to prepare places for 50 people, so we are not used to such high numbers. So and now we are missing beds, really. And of course we are going to buy, but now at the moment we don't have any beds more, so we can't accommodate people. So, and of course the biggest challenge is the language also, because of course we hire interpreters, but there are people with dialects and many Kurdish people. And people, for example, from Congo speak French, but some of them speak Russian. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
It means that they used to live in such area where we had to learn the language. So, and some of them speak English. So the language is, to understand, it's the most important, because if we have to provide support, services, for example, medical services. So we had like emergency calls at weekends, and ambulance comes, yeah, but the people can't speak. Of course, we can call the interpreter, but so it's quite difficult for all Lithuanian institutions, medical institutions, to understand the person, yeah, because if he has medical problems, yeah. So it's quite difficult.
How does all of this get paid for?
So we have money from EU projects. So we
Does Frontex assist with that?
no.
No. They don't assist with translators or anything like that?
Not yet. No, we have another capacity, so we didn't ask about it.
Okay. How long has this center been here?
It's okay, already for 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you've had migrants, small numbers, coming
Yeah.
forever, for
Yeah.
a long time. But this is just like, wow, overwhelming.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And I mean, everybody we talk to kind of has the same look that you do, like, what are we going to do? Wow.
I don't know, because really now the higher number we are getting now 2 weeks, yeah, now. So many people now are in quarantine zone, and but next week we are so letting them go out of the room, yeah. So, and like we just wait a little bit and check what will happen, if we will leave or no, if we stay here. So, and just we are in such position now.
So explain to me that about how it's an open center and that they can leave whenever they want.
We have to ask for the permission if we want to go out of here for 2 days, for example. It's maximum period for 2 days to go out, but they have to ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
But they are free to go to shops, to medical centers. But every week, every evening, we have to register at our worker that he is here or she, yeah. So we have to check the numbers because if a person is out and we don't get any signature, like we have to see that person, yeah. So we inform border police and immigration institutions.
So does that happen? Do you have people who just don't come back?
Yeah, exactly. So this week also about already we have today Thursday, so maybe 10 people disappeared.
Say that again in a sentence, please.
We have today Thursday, and this week 10 people disappeared.
Where did they go?
We don't know. We don't know, really. Just these people who are coming now recently from Iraq and Congo or Cameroon, and they are not eager to talk. So they don't want to talk. We have quite high attention from journalists, yeah, and they want to interview the people, but they don't want to talk. And
why do you think that is?
they are afraid. They're afraid, and like people from Congo, yeah. I'm not sure, but I said to you that they are quite educated. I can see, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe these people were like forced to leave the Belarus.
If they are coming from Congo, what's the route that they take to get to Lithuania?
Sorry, I don't understand.
How do they get to Lithuania from Congo?
I don't know. We had such stories that they were students in Belarus.
So they flew to Belarus and then
they were students in Belarus, so they studied at universities.
They've been there for a while.
Yeah, and they were forced to leave the hostels. And we have some information that these people were brought to the forest and they were attacked and
they were made to
yeah.
cross by the Belarusian forces.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like Belarus is using them as weapons against the EU, perhaps. We've seen that in other places also, like you said.
To be clear, so the Belarusian army or police or something
I don't know.
Forced them into Lithuania?
I don't
Are any of
know.
those here?
I don't know. Really.
But those are.
But we had such stories, yeah.
Okay, so you've heard stories about.
We
that.
had stories, yeah.
Yeah. We'll ask him when we get down to the border.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's what questions you have.
Yeah. Do you see any from India or Nepal or Bangladesh?
I saw in the statistics that some were detained at the border police now. Detained, yeah. Today or yesterday, but these people are not coming here. They are single and.
How many camps like this are there in Lithuania?
We have the camp in Pabrade. It's Foreigners Registration Center, but it is a center for detention, maybe one part, another part for asylum seekers. Mm-hmm. But here in Rukla we have better accommodation for people with risk. Mm-hmm. So and there is such like agreement to accommodate people here, families and children.
So there's one other camp besides this one?
Yeah.
That's all?
That's all. we didn't have such high numbers.
Right. So
We didn't need.
What happens if you have 10,000 people come across this border?
Which could happen next month.
It is a question maybe to the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
You look like, oh boy.
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes
You
people.
won't be getting much sleep, I think.
I don't sleep so much nowadays also.
Are the people that live around here afraid?
Yeah, I wanted also just to say about it. Then the center was opened in 1996. There were many talkings about the refugees. How do they behave? We will attack, or blah blah blah. So of course there were some fears, but we have worked here for 25 years. So of course we had some misunderstandings, but we never had big fights or like conflicts with the community. Mm-hmm. But now it is a very common topic on TV, on Facebook, and of course the society is not willing to welcome them, and there can be some thoughts that go back and so on. So sometimes I think that so we have to protect maybe refugees from the society.
Like Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that happens in Greece
It can
also.
happen because so here this small town, yeah, and it is a military town, yeah, but there are people, other people, and but some people are in risk. So what does it mean? So we use some drinks and so on, like young people, Lithuanian people, and of course, and maybe they can so arrange some ideas to come here to I don't know,
cause trouble.
To cause trouble, yeah.
Okay.
The Hot Zone is produced by Amy Holton and Livefire Media. Copyright 2021.